My first impression of Johnny, it was very clear that no one was making the part their own more than he was.
Jim and I hit it off immediately. I call it accelerated bonding. It's generally also fueled by a lot of wine. We were inseparable for years.
Johnny is there's something so like cool about him, this intense way of talking. So you just kind of feel like, oh my God, this guy is so cool. So I felt a little bit intimidated.
She was so affable, she was so bubbly, she was so talkative when she was there, and when it was time to go, I was like, bye, gone.
I saw Jim sitting there by himself, and he had a BlackBerry in his hand. And he looks at me, he goes, do you know how to work this thing? I just got it. But he was very cute how he said it, and I was like, oh, he could totally play Sheldon.
She was like tail lights, and we just assumed that she had much more social plans than we did. And then maybe a year in, she confessed that, no, she had nowhere to go when she was leaving.
There's no negative reason to stop doing Big Bang. It's both as complex and as simple as that it just felt innately that it was time. We've gotten to do so many things, you know, and I think we could keep telling stories, but it doesn't have that. It feels like we've really gotten to chew all the meat off this bone, as it were. And so in that way, it's exciting, you know. What is this next chapter of life? What is this next chapter of career for all of us? Do I have a version of the end of our show? No. Other than fixing that goddamn elevator, I don't know what to tackle.
I would love for them to fix the elevator.
One of my wishes for the final episode is that the elevator is fixed.
That'd be a great show ending for me.
At least for a minute, and then maybe we get stuck in it, all of us on the way down.
But it'll be very, very sad when it does end. I think people are okay when they graduate things too, and there's frequently tears at graduation. It's hard to say goodbye to people that you've worked with for so long.
Just selfishly and personally, I hope that there's a lot of emotional scenes, because none of us are going to be able to keep from crying during that last taping. We've got to justify it in the writing somehow, because that's inevitable. Sensitive group.